welcome students, welcome you all to my lecture series on operation research. Now I'll be starting with fundamentals of operation research in this lecture. We are going to see what is the definition, application and the first topic, that is linear programming and how it works. So operation research definition would be, it is the field of study where we are going to optimize performance under given constraint, or in simple way you can also define it as branch of mathematics which help us in better decision making, or application of mathematics to optimize thing. So it is widely used in the field of logistic and supply chain management nowadays. Initially it was used in Navy and defense forces also, but nowadays generally logistic and supply chain management is the field where it is used more. It helps, as we say, it helps in better decision making. So being an engineering student, this will help you to provide right and optimum decision, thereby helping society in some way or other. So there are many times a decision we have to take, but the decision we can't assure that the decision we are taking will be the optimum one, right? So operation research will let you know, or will let you decide with the help of mathematics, then what would be the optimum or right decision in case of management or any other uh, problem. So there are three important parts of real life problem in operation research basically, and the first one would be decision variable, constraint and objective function. So take any problem of operation research, you will be finding, you at least should know that these three things. First is decision variable, constraint and objective function. Now what are those things? Suppose we are going to So suppose, being in manufacturer, I need to produce two kind of products, that is product A and product B, right? But I need to make a decision that how many quantity of product A should I make and how many quantity of product B should I make, so that my profit should maximize, right? Now it is very simple logic question that answer that both the products should be of maximum quantity to get me maximum profit, right? But the real scenario is constraint applies everywhere, right? There is a constraint of money, that I can't buy raw material of many in many numbers, right? So I have limited amount of raw material. So in that constraint or that limitation is called as constraint, right? So I have a constraint limited amount of resources available with my end. In that resources I need to make product A. With that resources I need to make product A and B. So what amount of product that I make of A and of B, so that amount, or that x and y, x amount of A and y amount of B are called as decision variables. And what would be my objective? Objective is the function signifies the objective of our study, generally profit maximization or cost minimization. In my case, the example which I have given, being a manufacturer, what should be my objective function, or what should be my objective of this study would be the maximization of profit, right? So what I'm finding is amount of product A and product B I should make in such a way that my profit is always maximized, right? Cost minimization where happens, where I need to reduce the overhead cost of my factory, right? So those types of problem comes under minimization, right? Decision making, a decision variable would be optimum quantity that would be determined, or that would be calculated during the operation research problem. Constraint are the condition that variable should satisfy, or in simpler word, it is the constraint to any given problem. In case of manufacturing, it is the limited amount of resources that are available with us. So I know this is pretty difficult to understand right now, but I'm sure that with each lecture or with time you will find it more easy, right? So we'll be starting with first module in operation research, that is linear programming, and it is the most important part of operation research. When you see, there are many tools used in operation research to solve variety of problems. So linear programming is the most important or basic tool which is used to solve any problem. In linear programming, we try to optimize linear objective functions subject to linear constraint with non-negative constraints. That means That means in linear programming, optimization is done, but the objective function and the constraint which are available in our case would be linear in nature, right? So if those are the if those are the conditions, then we can surely use linear programming to solve the problems. So in linear programming, the first type of problem would be product mix problem. Now, what is product mix problem? Product mix problem is, suppose I have a condition where I need or have multiple products with me, and I have to make a decision that which product should I manufacture to maximize my profit, right? The example which I gave you in the earlier part of this video. So that was the product example of product mix problem. So the linear programming problem has an objective function which is to maximize the revenue, which is a linear objective function, as we know, but constraints are of linear inequalities, and there is explicit non-negative restriction. What does this mean? That both the decision variable that is available or that will be there in the problem should have non-negative restriction, means both should be greater than or equal to 0 and of linear objective, right? So product mix problem, we'll see one example of product mix problem. So see, this is the example. Suppose being a manufacturer, I have to make a decision that I have two products A and B, right? To make a product A, I need this raw material R1 of 2 quantity and this raw material R2 in 6 numbers of quantity, right? Similarly, to make a product B, I I need 4 quantity of R1 and 3 quantity of R2, right? So by making product A, I will get a profit of rupees 10 per product. By making product B, I'll make a profit of rupees 9. And the constraint which I have talked with you. So the limited amount of resources that is available with me is raw material R1 is in 8 numbers and R2 is in 12 numbers. So my objective is I have to find what amount of product A and product B should I make so that my overall profit is maximized, right? So I hope this is pretty easy to understand as of now. We'll later on see a bit difficult problem also. See, the problem for manufacturer is to find the number of quantities of product A and B so that the profit is maximized by selling A and B. So I'll find the decision variables. So what would be the decision variables in this case? I need to find amount of A and amount of B which is need to be produced, right? So X is the amount of A which I am going to manufacture and Y would be the amount of B that I am going to manufacture. And X into 10 plus Y into 9 would be my objective function, right? So maximum value of 10x plus 9y would be my objective function. So decision variable in this case is X is the number of units of A produced, Y is the number of units of B produced. Constraint, I told you that I have, if I make I have total 8 amount of resources R1, raw material R1 and 12 amount of R2, right? So how I make a constraint that if I make X amount of A which require 2 raw material R1 right, and y amount of B which require 4R1. So 2x plus 4y should not be greater than 8, because I have only 8 amount of raw material R1, right? So if I make x amount of A plus y amount of B, right, so that should not be greater than 8. So this is the question, or this is the constraint. So see, 2x plus 4y should be equal to or less than 8, right, because I have limited amount of resources, which is 8 R1. Similarly, if you see, if I make x amount of product A, y amount of product B, so with this raw material R2, 6x plus 3y should not be greater than 12. That means it should be less than or equal to 12. See, right? And then again the objective function part I told you earlier also. Now see, profit per product of A would be 10 rupees, right? So if I make x number of A means 10x plus y number of B means 9y, right? So 10x plus 9y, profit with A plus profit with B should be maximum, means the value of this should be maximum. So this objective function 10x plus 9y should be greater than should be maximum, not greater than any specific number, but it should be as maximum as possible while satisfying this constraint. Now then non-negative restriction. So this x and y both decision variable, since I am the product I am making should be logically it should be greater than 0, right, to get a maximum profit. It can't be 0. If it is 0, then no profit no loss would happen, right, and objective function will not work in that way. So guys, here is the solution. So see, this is the constraints with me. This is the first constraint for raw material R1, second constraint for raw material R2, right? And this is the objective function. Now in linear programming problem, we can solve the problem with in many ways, right? If I am solving the problem in mathematical form or in algorithm, I can say I have to use simplex method, but that is comparatively bit complex, so I'll start with the graphical method. So with the help of graphics I can solve the problem, right? What I need to do is I have to draw x and y axis, right, and I'll be drawing only positive first quadrant, because I've already told you that I am taking non-negative constraint, means x and y both are greater than 0, right? So if x is greater than 0, this, and y is greater than 0, so this. So ultimately I get only first constraint. So ultimately I get first quadrant, right? So where I need to draw this, because everything is positive, right? X and y both are greater than 0. So first thing that I need to do is I have to look at these equations, right? Now less than or equal to, less than or equal to. So what I'll do is I'll consider equal to make a line first, right? Because equal to will equate the equation, or so I'll draw this. So how to draw this? What we are going to do is we are going to make a table. X, y, okay. So for this equation, it can also be converted to x plus 2y is equal to 4, right? So anyway you need to find. So x0 I will get y as 2, y0 I will get x as 4, right? This is first equation. Now second equation, if x, so if x is 0, then y is 4, and if y is 0, then x is 2. So for first equation I am going to draw a line. So x0 y4 x0 y2, first point, x4 x0 y2 which is this point, and x4 and y0, which is this point, right? So I am going to draw a line. Similarly, second equation 0 4 0 4 this point, and 2 0 2 0 this point, so this line, correct? So I got those two lines as my constraint drawn on the drawn in the graphical way, right? Now see what I get after drawing these two lines. See, x is greater than 0 means this line. So basically there are not two constraints, I have all four constraints. X and y should be greater than or equal to 0. So this is also a constraint. X is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, right? So x is greater than 0 means this line above this, and y greater than 0 means this line, right? So y greater than 0, x greater than 0. So I get these two lines also. So basically this is the bounded region which I get after applying or drawing all the given constraints. Now if we watch carefully over this, we are going to see how it happens, or how can we solve it graphically. So there are many points, right? What I need to find is a point where I'll get some value of x and y, because x is my number of a and y is my number of b that I'm going to get, I'm going to produce. So see, suppose if I take a number 1 comma 1 or a point 1 comma 1, right? So 1 comma 1 means x equal to 1 and y is equal to 1. Put it in objective function, which will give me an answer. 10x means 10 plus 9 is 19. If x y is 1 comma 1, objective function would be 19. But is this the optimum one? No, right? So how to find optimum one? Optimum one could be anywhere. So what principle should we use and how can we find out, right? So what the easiest way to draw this is, see, there are many more points like these 2 points which doesn't come under the unbounded region, right? Because see, if I take this constraint, so this is the reason which I get, and if I consider this constraint, then this is the region which I get, right? But this region or this area does not satisfy this constraint, because this area comes out of this constraint, right? Similarly, this area doesn't satisfy this constraint. So I have to consider area which satisfy both constraint and give me the maximum value of x and y, because of that my profit is going to get maximized with limited amount of resources of, right, raw material R1 and R2. So see, what I am going to do is I am going to draw a line of objective function. First of all, I need a slope, right, of this objective function. So after that only I can draw this line. Or simple words, what I'll do is I'll find a multiple of 10x plus 9y and I'll make equation 10x plus 9y. I can take anything, it could be 0 also, right? So but I'll not take 0, because getting 0 means I'll get a value of x and y which is difficult to draw on this paper. So what I'll take is I'll take the multiple of both of them. So I can take 90, I can take 45, so I'll take 45. So with the help of 45 I'll get x, y, right? If I take x0 I'll get 5, and if I take y0 I'll get 4.5. So I'll draw this 5 and 4.5, right? And I've drawn the line. Now see, this is the objective function line, right? And this is the area under consideration, because this area satisfy my constraints, right? Now I have to find a point which gives me the maximum value of objective function, right? The value of x and y which I put here to get maximum value, not this value. So see what I am going to do now. Take or consider one thing, that if a point which is present over here. If I take this point nearer to origin, means x and value of x and y nearer to origin means 0.5, 0.5. So if I put 0.5, if I put 0.5, what do you think? What objective function will I get? Comparatively lesser. So if I move away from origin, my value of objective function increases. If I move towards the origin, right, so my value of objective function is going to decrease. So what should be my idea in this case should be, I have to select a point which is as far as from the origin, right? So what I am going to do is I have drawn an objective function line. I am going to take nearer to this area under consideration, right? So when I take the first point that meet this objective function, that is the point which I am going to consider, because that point will give me the maximum value of the objective function, right? Which should be farther than, because the first point which is going to touch this objective function line would be the farthest from the origin, right? So this is my object. So when I take this, I'll touch this point, right, which is 1.3 comma 1.3. Now guys, this is not the actual value which I need to consider, because producing 1.3 number of A and B is not possible, right? So later on there are many tools available in Simplex where we round off these values to get the optimum value. But right now, for today's consideration, what we are going to use, the value of x and y would be 1.3 and 1.3, because this gives me the maximum value of objective function. Now what we have to find is z is equal to 10x plus 9y. So 10 of 1.3 plus 9 of 1.3